WWE NXT reportedly is blocked from booking the Hammerstein Ballroom for future television tapings thanks to AEW already holding dates at the venue. Netflix has some issues when it comes to streaming last night's fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Could this be a problem for WWE in the future? We'll let you know all the details on that. Plus, the planned main event for Saturday night's main event is possibly revealed. Freddie Prinze Jr. details failed meetings with both Warner Bros. Discovery as well as Vice for his impending wrestling promotion. Braun Strowman makes a surprise return from injury in an in-ring dark match following SmackDown last night. And the backstage reaction to Big Bronson rejoining the new version of the Bloodline for War Games has been revealed. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with WWE NXT being unable to book the Hammerstein Ballroom following their successful show at the former ECW arena recently. Now, WWE plans to follow up on the ECW-themed episode of NXT were blocked because of All Elite Wrestling. Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that NXT tried to book the Hammerstein Ballroom. The date that WWE wanted, though, was too close to the dates that AEW/Ring of Honor had already secured with the venue. However, of course, Ring of Honor are reportedly set to return to the Hammerstein Ballroom on December 20th for the Final Battle event, the promotion's biggest show of the year. All Elite Wrestling will then debut in the building one day later for a taping of AEW Collision. Of course, the Hammerstein Ballroom hosted Final Battle on numerous occasions between 2008 and 2018. Ring of Honor have not held a show at the venue since Tony Khan purchased the promotion from Sinclair Broadcast Group back in 2022. If WWE will look to book the Hammerstein Ballroom at a later date for an episode of NXT is unknown. Of course, WWE has run the venue before, including for 2005 and 2006 ECW One Night Stand pay-per-views. In addition to that, they did actually run an episode of ECW on Sci-Fi out of the Hammerstein Ballroom back in 2006 as well. Game Changer Wrestling will make their own return to the Hammerstein Ballroom on January 19th next year in 2025. Now, of course, speaking of 2025, Raw, Monday Night Raw, WWE's flagship program is going to be heading to Netflix, but could there be some issues when it comes to the live broadcast of not only the WWE's flagship television show, but also possible premium live events? Well, if you watched last night's fight between Iron Mike Tyson and the problem child Jake Paul, then maybe you might have some concerns. Now, at the turn of the new year, WWE is heading to its new home of Netflix, where for international fans, every WWE show will stream live on the service. For US viewers, it will be the home for Monday Night Raw and premium live events, with both SmackDown and NXT remaining on television for now. Also, of course, PLEs are going to be on Peacock. The PLEs are just going to be for international viewers. Unfortunately, though, there are already worries for WWE fans heading into this new era for the company. Of course, last night, Netflix hosted the big-name boxing fight between Jake Paul and the 58-year-old Iron Mike Tyson. The pair went the whole 8 rounds distance, though Paul won the match via judges' scorecards, which read 80-72, 79-73, and 79-73, as the pair battled in 2-minute rounds. The live crowd at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas grew frustrated with the fight, booing the lethargic contest as it shuffled along. And it wasn't just those in attendance who had a tough time. Unfortunately, the night for the viewers at home was marred heavily by the fact Netflix experienced major streaming issues. Many took to social media to complain of the stream buffering and pausing every few minutes, unavailable to view for some, and even bad video quality when managing to finally make it onto the stream itself. Although there will be undoubtedly have been more viewers for this fight than a typical WWE show, it does not bode well for WWE fans heading into the new year unless Netflix figures out how to fix their upcoming streaming issues. Did you watch the fight last night? What kind of experience did you have? And are you concerned when it comes to WWE moving to Netflix next year? Now, as far as Raw on Netflix, many people had assumed that Raw going to Netflix will mark the end of the ratings discussion for WWE's Red brand, but that may not be the case. Professional wrestling may not be able to escape the discourse around Monday Night Raw ratings, even when the show moves to the streaming giant next year. Monday Night Raw will move to Netflix in January 2025 as part of a 10-year deal worth $5 billion. Netflix rarely publicly shares viewership information about shows on the platform, but Synopsis has reported that Netflix have partnered with Video Amp to provide advertisers with cross-screen and live viewership figures for WWE's move to Netflix in the new year. Netflix have pushed towards adding adverts to their service over the past year. Monday Night Raw will feature adverts on Netflix for those signed up to the ad tier. Even if video amp figures don't become publicly available, if WWE Raw is ranked among Netflix's top 10 shows globally, the show's total number of global views and number of hours watched over a week will be viewable. Upon Raw's move to Netflix next year, the show is expected to be closer to 3 hours. Raw may also air live on Netflix from Europe when WWE embarks on their Road to WrestleMania tour in March. Of course, several European dates have already been announced, and they're going to be television tapings. Now, WWE's partnership with Netflix is more expansive outside of the United States, as mentioned. In addition to Raw, SmackDown and NXT and premium live events will be available in the vast majority of international territories, including here in the United Kingdom. Now, Saturday night's main event is on the horizon, and possibly we may now know the main event for Saturday night's main event. The planned main event of WWE's first episode of the rebooted Saturday night's main event has been revealed. Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Cody Rhodes will be defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens in the closing match of Saturday night's main event. This ultimately means the match isn't planned for Survivor Series. WWE has revived Saturday night's main event as part of their TV deal with USA Network for SmackDown, of course, a more widening, broader television deal with NBC Universal. The deal will see quarterly specials of Saturday night's main events air on NBC. Saturday night's main event will return on Saturday, December 14 at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. Reports have noted that the second episode of Saturday night's main event is planned to air on January 25th, only 1 week before the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes were previously allied on WWE television until KO turned on the undisputed WWE champion following Bad Blood back in October. The heel turn also led to Owens feuding with Randy Orton, but that program was paused last week as KO took out the 14-time former world champion with a pile driver. The spot has left Orton off WWE television. Now, Freddie Prinze Jr. has spoken quite a lot, hasn't he, about his attempt to found a wrestling promotion that will be distributed via a major network in the United States and globally. And he's actually revealed some talks he had which didn't actually end up working out for him. Now, actor Freddie Prinze Jr., who formerly had a position on WWE's creative team, has been trying to get his own promotion off the ground for the past several years. In a new episode of his Wrestling with Freddy podcast, Prince noted that he has had meetings with several places about the project. According to Prince, a meeting with Warner Brothers Discovery did not go well, while a meeting with Vice TV was positive, but the channel could not afford the show. He said, quote, "We went to Warner Discovery, which was like the worst meeting that I had out of all of them. They basically just wanted me to do a reality show by the end of the pitch. I knew nothing about wrestling and didn't seem to care for wrestling at all, so it was not a good meeting. I must have failed at some point in the pitch because they were not interested in what I was saying. I gave the same pitch to everyone else. It was the only place that didn't work," Prince said. "I also pitched to, who was it? Vice. Yes, Vice TV. And they wanted the show bad, but they were undergoing some business restructuring, trying to basically stay on the air, and they couldn't afford the show at the end of the day. That was the place I really wanted to go because they have Dark Side of the Ring, and I thought there would be a cool pairing with them, so I was disappointed there," he added. Prince went on to say that he's now working with a new, unnamed streaming company on the project. The company suggested that Prince partner with an existing independent promotion and that things are moving forward in that direction. Though there is still much work to be done and the project could conceivably fall apart, Prince is determined to see it through, saying, quote, "I'm doing my damnedest to make this work. I'm doing my damnedest to make my dreams come true. I have not accepted a closed door. As much as they hurt, I keep finding other ones, or they find me, one way or the other, but you have to be ready when opportunity comes." Now, Braun Strowman, the monster of all monsters, is back, just not on television yet. Now, the November 15th edition of SmackDown was one packed full of headline-worthy moments with 3 championship matches, the 5th member of the team new version of the Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games being revealed, the return of Shinsuke Nakamura as well. And another notable return occurred after SmackDown went off the air as Braun Strowman competed for the first time since suffering a torn groin during his last monster standing match with Big Bronson Reed on the September 30th edition of Monday Night Raw. Strowman showed up to the delight of the Milwaukee crowd after Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee defeated WWE World Tag Team Champions JD McDonough and Finn Balor after disqualification after Carlito got involved in the action. Strowman's return caused about to be restarted as a 6-man tag team match with the monster of all monsters helping Lee and Mysterio get a definitive win. So Braun Strowman is back and possibly he could be back as soon as Raw this coming Monday as well. Speaking of Bronson Reed, the reaction to him joining the new version of the Bloodline has been revealed. The backstage reaction to Bronson Reed joining forces with the Bloodline on SmackDown has now been revealed. On last night's show in Milwaukee, we finally got confirmation as to who would be the fifth and final man on Team New Bloodline for the War Games match at Survivor Series. Amid a chaotic brawl between the New Bloodline and the OG Bloodline, Monday Night Raw superstar Bronson Reed would emerge. Just as Roman Reigns seemed to get the upper hand, Reed attacked the OTC and tipped the scales in favor of Solo Sikoa's crew. This would lead to Reed officially aligning himself with the Bloodline by throwing up the one along with Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. Afterwards, WrestleVotes revealed that the segment received a strong reaction backstage, writing, quote, "I'm told the Bronson Reed Bloodline segment on SmackDown got a strong backstage reaction. A source in Milwaukee said, quote, fits like a glove," end quote. Well, Team Bloodline has now found their fifth man. Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline is yet to have any luck, with United States champion LA Knight turning down Sami Zayn's recruitment efforts earlier on in the evening. After being beaten down by the Bloodline, Roman Reigns would make a call to his wise man Paul Heyman as SmackDown went off the air, but the number was disconnected and he could not get through. But there you go, guys. Latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.